Hello, hello. And I believe that you can and should and always should rely on your internal GPS. And that is, what is God speaking or what is God saying to you, right? How can you get that direction if you or your higher self, whatever that may be for you, but go, right? When you are trying to figure out, hey, I would like to get some content ideas. ChatGPT will definitely give you some content ideas on how to organize your content, how to streamline your content, and give you ideas on what you should talk about. So, and then I would brainstorm Alicia's idea. And that's how I use it, right? What are some of the things that I firmly believe that I could add? How could I add to this AI system? And what is my own twist so that it could become my own? So, instead, I would again use what is there, and then I would also use myself. Now, when you all are using this, I don't want you to neglect who you are. Don't neglect your decisions. Don't neglect your thought process and just use this external system and that's it. No, no, I do not believe that it's supposed to be that way. So you use the external system, yes. However, what is your spirit saying? What is your heart saying? What is your mind, body, soul connection saying? So you have been granted with this idea, but how can you finish connecting it? And that's how I use it. And I want you to think about, is this system good for you? So here are some of the things that it can do for you. So after I talk to my therapist, like sometimes I would talk to my therapist on the phone and I would get advice, right? However, because I have put so much information into ChatGPT, if I'm feeling down, I would be like, can you write a strong affirmation for me to remind me of how amazing I am? I would ask it to do that because sometimes you need a reminder of how amazing you are, because your spouse may not be there or your partner may not be there. Your mom, your sister, your brother may not be there. Your colleague might not be there. And a lot of times people probably don't like singing your praises all of the time. So it was one day and I'm so serious. I was feeling a little low and I was like, you know what, ChatGPT, write out a whole entire script and tell me 100 things that about me. Write 100 things about me that you know that I have been putting in this chat for all of these months or maybe even years, and tell me some good things about myself. And by the time I finished looking at that, I was like, wow, you know what? I am amazing individual. So I want you to do that. Use it for your good, right? Don't just use it as to say, well, I'm using it to grow my business. Yeah, that's fine too. But sometimes I use it as like an assistant, right? To really just help to boost who I am and boost my productivity. So another way that I have been using artificial intelligence when it comes to my life is asking it for some simple recipes. So I would type in like, I only have, and I would put out my list and I would say, generate simple ideas based off of what I just said and give me a meal plan or provide me with a meal plan. And after I've gotten that digital assistant, then I go back and I think about, how can I, Alicia, generate additional ideas or put my own twist into it. So I'll be like, I'm gonna put my own twist into it. I put my own twist into it. I put my own twist into it. If you have been creating content for a long time, you probably already know what ideas that you want to utilize as far as creating content. However, for me, I already had like a system put in place and I told it to give me additional ideas. So I use it to not only just generate ideas, but I also use it as well as to save me time, because a lot of times, like we are always just doing things all of the time. So it really, artificial intelligence definitely does give me time. So I would be like, so a lot of times as creatives, that's what we lack. We have the creative side, but then we don't necessarily have the analytical side or the writing side, but we got the creative. We could do that down pat with our eyes closed. So I really use it to help me with, formulating my ideas, putting my ideas in place, organizing my ideas, telling me how I should do things from start to finish, from A to Z type stuff. So that's how I use it. But as far as creating, I could do that myself. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So that is something that I totally do with ChatGPT. Write this description for me, please. And then I use the description, but when I tell it to give me an outline, like 9 times out of 10, you probably like kind of just say what you feel like you need to say. All right. So this is how you all could continue to use ChatGPT to generate ideas for you for dinner. Because, sometimes I get real tired of going in a drive through line. Like, bruh, the struggle is real. Okay. So generate some simple meals that I could cook within 10 to 15 minutes. Tell me what I need to buy. I use it to create my grocery list, all of that. All right. The other thing that I normally do is it really just helps me to organize my days as well, especially as content. So I really use it more for content ideas. Oh, this is how I also use it as well. So I'm gonna just put this away because I'm not even using my notes at this point. So I have my Chat GPT organized by folders. So it's by topics, right? So it was one time I actually used Chat GPT so that I could communicate with my 13-year-old, because sometimes he give me like closed-ended sentences, or I would ask him a question, he'll be like yes or no or whatever. So I would ask Chat GPT, can you give me some writing prompts or some things that I could say, not writing prompts, but can you give me some topics or some things that I could say to my son to engage with him, because he's 13. So a lot of times with these like new like teenagers or whatever, sometimes with guys, like it's hard to talk to them. So I would say give me more open-ended questions so that I can communicate with him, so that we could begin to develop a bond. So I would do stuff like that. So all of my Chat GPT files are in like categories. So I would have like workouts, content creation, relationships that are there, any book recommendations, just different stuff like that. That I find is very, very, very beneficial. And so when I use this, again, I use my external system, and then I also use my internal system. What is my internal GPS saying? What is my internal or my higher self is saying right now? And how could my self help me to increase or broaden the perspective of these ideas? As of right now, I don't have like any apps that are my favorite. I don't have like a list of, apps that I could give you. The only app that I use that is like AI help, like with the AI generation right now, is Remini, and that is to help with like edit my pictures. So I make sure that I use that editing system to help make my pictures look clear, like my thumbnails and stuff like that. So I use Remini is my top app that I use. The other one I use is ChatGPT. And then only the other tool that I really use is CapCut. So I use these tools the most all of the time. And these tools help me with my creative work. Like Remini helps me when it comes to editing my pictures. So I use that because it makes my face like look like flawless. It makes my face look flawless. So those are the systems that I use. I use what is it? CapCut. I use CapCut to edit all of my YouTube videos. So if you see my videos and if you see that the captions are at the bottom, I use CapCut. And I actually, for 99% of my videos, I hand edit my videos right now. I believe that there is something significant about the human touch that I do not want to feel unreal. I just want to feel real. I want people to feel real. And also, one thing about my content, and I wasn't looking to go this way, that's why I have my script sometimes, not my script, but my guide. One thing about my content is that I really want to tell a story, and not just any story, but I want to tell my story. And that's what I believe that should be included in content, because it helps it to feel real. You feel connected when you have those words and also visual components in a video. So I love incorporating my own touch because I want people to feel something. I always say in some of my videos, you gotta make the people feel something. You gotta make the people feel something. And that's what I want people to do when they see my content is I want you to feel something. I want you to feel the humanness. I want you to you should, when people look at your stuff, they should see, not just hear what you say, but they should see what you say. Does that make sense? They should see what you say. So if I say that I'm a mom, I'm not just going to say I'm a mom. I'm going to show you I'm a mom. I don't just say that I am a grad student. I'm going to show you me in the moment of being a grad student. So I just don't say I'm a singer. I show you I'm a singer. So I believe that people want to connect with authentic brands and not just what you say, but they want to see. So that's how I make the connection of incorporating artificial intelligence. So my external GPS system with my internal GPS system to really navigate things and to make life work. So let me know if that works for you, because I'm not going to say it's all my way, but let me know if this system works for you. So if you want to know who I am, girl, I am Alicia Richard, and I am a multi-passionate creative entrepreneur, and I help creative women build businesses online, and I help you to thrive and build the confidence that you need to create videos. So if you are interested in working with me and joining this journey on YouTube, I am more than happy to assist. So make sure that you subscribe to the video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.